Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. If you remember, no, this is not a continuation of Movember, where last month, as you may remember, I grew my own beard. This is moving into the next holiday season. I did have a beard until last night for Mustache Movember, or No Shave November. It was known by a couple of different things in honor of prostate awareness, and mainly in honor of 2006. I lost a dentist friend, Derek DeMarteau, out in California due to prostate cancer that had spread before it was diagnosed. So you men out there, we spent the whole month of November talking about men's health issues. If you tuned into any of those and still haven't gone and had your blood checked and gotten a PSA for your prostate, you should do it before the end of the year. You still got a month left. But now we are into December, and there I had my Santa mask. I actually ordered these last year before Thanksgiving, and they showed up the week after Christmas. So they were sitting in a box this past year, but they're cute little masks that, but the way that they're meant to work is your nose goes underneath them, so they aren't really very functional, and they did tickle my nose and make it start running. But we're into the season, and so our theme for the month of December is Slay the Holidays. Slay like in Santa's sleigh, you know what I mean. But anyway, holiday parties are coming up. It's one of my favorite times of the year because people are eating all kinds of stuff with nuts, and popcorn consumption goes up, and it's great for my business. No, wait a second. No, it's because the Christmas season, everybody gets in a good mood, and everybody's feeling good about things, and Christmas music is playing for about 4 weeks. And so hope y'all are getting into the mood. We're going to have some fun this month with our themes every Wednesday all the way up until the week of Christmas. And so doing things a little bit differently this month, I'm going to start out with the health tip because, and you'll understand why when I'm done. Don't brush your teeth immediately after you eat. Now, I know there's a common misconception, and I've got a lot of patients that I have this conversation with every day that immediately after eating, they think it's a good thing to go in and brush their teeth. Well, it's actually been studied, and it's not, because a lot of the foods that we eat are acidic. And if you brush your teeth immediately after and you don't do a really thorough job, you could potentially smear that acidic fluid all around your teeth and actually do more harm than good. If you're doing a good thorough job of brushing, that's probably not an issue. But there have been studies done to show that within about 30 minutes after you eat, your saliva has neutralized the acidity, and it's safer to brush your teeth within about half an hour after you eat. So, little known fact, you heard it here first, but I hear it all the time reading all the scientific literature. So wait 30 minutes before you brush your teeth, which is probably pretty good anyway. You don't need to go into the bathroom at a restaurant and brush your teeth in the mistaken impression that that's going to be better than wait until you get home. The other thing is, and this is the holiday tip, nearly every holiday tray has cheeses on it. Sharp cheddar, Swiss cheese, all of those thick, kind of sticky ones. Those little chunks of cheese actually can help clean your teeth. They're fairly neutral, so they don't have acid content. They're safe unless you're lactose intolerant or something, or just have an issue with cheese. But the consistency of them is just right, so that if you bite into them as they slide up, the friction from the cheese against your tooth can potentially remove the plaque deposits that are built up on there. And they don't have anything in them that turns into decay. The bacteria around your teeth that cause decay and gum disease don't particularly like cheeses. So it's actually a kind of healthy food to eat for that purpose, that the friction cleans your teeth off. So there's my health tip of the week. If you're at a holiday party and you eat something sweet, go over and eat a piece of cheese afterwards, and it'll kind of clean some of that sweet stuff off of your teeth. You heard it here first. Now let's talk about something really interesting. There was a recently published article in the journal ergonomics, which has to do with body movements and stuff. And it came out of England, of all places, out of the University of Nottingham. They studied drivers. They studied over 40 hours worth of videotapes of drivers who were not aware that they were being filmed. I think they probably had to sign some kind of model release, but as they're driving around, they had completely forgotten about that they were being filmed. And these researchers found that how many times do you think the average person touches their face during driving? They found 26.4 times per hour. The normal human being, the typical human being, at least of the 40 people in their study, touch their face 26.4 times. And that's after touching the steering wheel, after touching their cell phone, after touching the stereo system in the car, and then they're touching their face, and the two most common things they used were their thumb and their finger. So I can tell you, and noses were involved a bit. You can connect those dots and figure out that people are putting their fingers in their noses and scratching their nose with their thumb while they're driving. And in the large percentage of cases, the drivers were not even totally conscious that they were doing that, and in fact were shocked when they were confronted with that information later that 30 times they'd touched their face and then touched other things. So if you're concerned about spreading diseases, bacteria, viruses, all that kind of stuff, you might want to keep that in mind. I've been saying for 2 years since all this coronavirus stuff came out that probably the dirtiest thing in your purse is your cell phone, because we touch our cell phones all day long. We pick them up after we've gone to the bathroom. There's no way to really sterilize the outer case of your cell phone, and people don't even think about that. And then it got pointed out to me right before this presentation by one of my camera people that the bottom side of your purse is also one of the most filthy places on the planet, because it gets set on top of everything, and yet you're carrying it around with you everywhere, and probably even putting your hand underneath it sometimes to put it up on a shelf when you get home. And so just be aware of that during the holidays, because we don't know what this new variant is going to do, but it is in the United States. It was there before the first case was discovered in California this week, but or confirmed case. But it's been around, just like all the other variants. It's been around. A variant is not anything to be afraid of. It is, and it's certainly no cause for panic, but it is cause for concern. And we need to pay attention to this, because the holidays are coming, the weather has gotten colder, and so do the things you can do to boost your immune system. Vitamin C, vitamin D, a little bit of zinc, all those things you can get at any grocery store that has a pharmacy. And protect yourself during the holidays and the cold weather. Careful what you touch with your hands, because as soon as you get in your car, if you're in the car for over an hour, you've probably touched your face close to 30 times. So just a little health tip there, and interesting study that I found here with the holidays coming up. People are worried about door handles and stuff like that. We really should be more worried about the things in our car and on our cell phones and underside of our purses, you ladies out there. So hope that's been helpful information, and I hope you have been entertained, and we'll look forward to talking more about some interesting holiday things during the month of December. So slay the holidays. Here we go. Boom.